What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the #1 arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. Oh, the man is ready. Apologies for being late. Marcio was here early and I just didn't shut up. And I was like, oh, we're a little bit behind time. But let me introduce my guest. He is in phenomenal shape, hence why they call him the Phenom. And he is, I am claiming, officially the most popular man to come out of Brazil. He makes Neymar Jr. and Ronaldinho look like little kids. This is the man. But in all seriousness, he was the USAA Coach of the Year in 2022. So not only is he good on the table, but he can teach you how to arm wrestle. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Phenom, Marcio Barboza. Welcome back, my man. Oh, jeez. Do that again. Look at that right one.
Just took the moment to show the guns.
Oh, see how
thanks for having me.
Oh, mate, always love having you on the show. Everyone loves having you on the show. And we'll get to people in the chat in a moment. I mean, the first thing someone comes out and just says, stacked. Like, ridiculous. Give us a ready bang. Give us a g'day, Marcio, in the chat. I mean, his arms are just looking. I mean, someone's already asking, do you have a concealed weapons permit for those, Marcio? Mate, you're in phenomenal shape. How are you feeling? What have you been up to?
I've been feeling better, of course. As you know, last year I got hurt a little bit. I took like 9 months off, no training at all. You know, hurt, a lot of aches. Yeah, no training at all. You know, and then I got back by right beginning of the year, to be honest, and I'm feeling much better now. I had enough time to recoup. You know. It's so many years, you know, it's hard. As we were talking before, that's why people are getting to stem cells. You got to do whatever you got to do just to keep going, you know, especially if you're elite. Not easy.
Mate,
not easy. I'm 50.
Can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Hence why I like being a commentator and a podcast host. That's as bad as elite I would get. But the stuff that you put your body through. So now we had a quick chat before the show started. I'll get to the comments in a moment, guys. Stick fat with us. So how does this feel now? Because you're seeing it everywhere. Devon, Michael Todd, John Brezink. You're mentioning some names off camera. Mm-hmm. Stem cells is the new thing. Are you feeling any positive effects with your recovery? I mean, you've been injured before. You've recovered before. How is it feeling these days?
It's been exactly 1 week. I was about to start training, but I don't know if you heard the smoke coming from Canada, coming to United States. I don't know if you saw on the news. A lot of it was bad over here yesterday. I was planning to start training yesterday, start training back, but I mean, I just took like a week off, and I'm about to, you know, start training. It's started to get better, you know, but the air is very polluted. It's really bad. So hopefully we get better by the weekend.
Yeah,
and I've been feeling fine because I haven't done nothing in a week. So
I was wondering why your smile was extra big.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I have good expectations. We'll see. I have, you know, I took shots on my elbows, my shoulders have been bothering me, like my wrist, bicep, you know, hopefully everything, you know, comes better.
So how did the recovery process go? So for those joining us, if you don't know, Marcio Barboza, king of the table 4, got injured and has just been on the long road to recovery since. Was there surgery involved? Have you just trying to do it all naturally without going under the knife? Why has this process taken so long?
No, it's part of the thing is like I try a lot of things and I'm avoiding getting surgery. I didn't have to have surgery, but I mean, a lot of aches in the elbow, a lot of problems. Couldn't straighten my arm really good for a while, but a lot of things, you know, tendons, you know, shoulder it's a mess.
Well,
So I decided to take some time off. I think I tried physical therapy. I did a lot of things to be able to participate to that King of the Table. Actually, I couldn't train that month. Just physical therapy, just to hoping to get in, in good shape by the day. But it didn't go my way. I got crushed by Irakli. Was trying to get a rematch with him, by the way. Just I
saucy. Yes.
yeah, I just got a bad news. It was denied like 2 days ago. It was on a process. It's it's been working. Particular reasons I don't remember exactly. I couldn't. I like private reasons. Couldn't make it.
You're scared. That's what I'm going to
Mhm.
say. You don't have to react, Marcio. What you're not saying says it all.
But hopefully, hopefully later in the year, maybe. I just wanted to have another shot because it was just I didn't feel
Well,
right. I
you're a
mean,
champion. You don't want to go out like
he
that.
was, of course, he's a beast. I'm not even sure if I can beat him. I mean, he's half of my age. He's 25. I'm 50. But you gotta give it a try when you're 100%, because not getting
You're
any
50
younger. I just
years
want to have
old.
another shot. You know.
Mate, I tell you, 50 years old. You look younger than me, and I'm 38. That is ridiculous. I need to get on the Barboza diet. Everyone in the chat just being up and about. Let's go from the reacher, Jordan Davis. He quickly says, does Marcio want revenge on his loss to Matt Mask?
I gotta be totally honest from the bottom of my heart. It doesn't excite me much. I'm more exciting to pull guys. There are Matt Mask got a bad streak. Like he was losing. I'm waiting for him to get better. Maybe in the future. I I don't know. I feel confident if he pull again. You know, but
Oh, we're gonna drop some names a little bit later on because I want to see where you see yourself in the rankings. So I've got a whole list of names here ready to go to see if you think you're better than them, where the matches sit, because it's one of the most. I think with you, as we'll say hi to everyone in a moment. You're one of the. I love discussing where you are in the rankings today and where you are in the rankings all time. It's a very interesting thing because multiple time WAF champion, you've won this, you've won that, you got all those bloody trophies behind you, you get injured, so you become the best coach in the world, so there's plenty to do. So I would love to see where everyone tell us now, guys, where do you think Marcio is ranked today? Not all time, but today. Where do you think Marcio is ranked? Crazy Uncle Jim's in the chat. Atlantis thinks you're a beast, which is
they're probably gonna ask you around what category. Because I'm like a light heavyweight, not super heavyweight. Anywhere around 110 kilos and lower.
Well, let's do that. Light heavyweight. Where would you put him? Because there's some names we can get through.
There's a lot of talent.
Oh, mate. Oh, I can't wait to see you back on the table. Betty Boy's in the chat, Western Kentucky. Says, good day, everyone. How do you even get asked to arm wrestle when you look like that? Says MC. Quickly, what else? So we got David Mars in there saying g'day. What's happening? Mike G's in the chat. He says, will Marcio do stem cells? You must have just jumped in a bit late, Mike, because he says that he's had a few goes at it.
I just did the first time, last week. Yeah.
I'm
waiting to see the results. We'll see in 3 months. I'm gonna put to the test.
Ooh. Do you reckon you have a a return date? I think that's the one thing everyone is dying to know. When is Marcio competing again? Oh no, I'm dying to know.
August 26th. It's gonna be here in Jersey. Yeah, some of the High Five Arm Wrestling Club. They're from New Jersey. They're doing a big event, like an international event. They call it. They're probably gonna announce their card in next few weeks, I believe, because there's they're trying to finalize the card. But I'll be one of the matches.
Here we go. So there it is, August. So what day is that? August 25th, did you say?
August 26th.
26th, the Saturday. So
yeah,
I think that's the same day as the event in Canada, which sucks. John Brasink versus Todd Hutchings.
No, I think it's the same event, the same day of East versus West. I believe 8. I think it's the same.
Hell.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be on the same day. Yes, there's just different times. They're gonna do it at night over here. They're also gonna do it at night over there, but over there it's gonna be 7 hours apart, right?
Yeah, so that's not too bad. But I have a feeling that We the North, Magda's promotion, I think that's the same
same
weekend
day.
as well.
Wow, that's too many events in the same day. I'm not sure. I believe it's in the middle of that. I believe it like a week before. No.
Yeah. Well, let's hope so. Because I don't want them all same day. I want to sit in the chair and I want to watch Marcio pull a high five, and then I want to watch John versus Todzilla. So I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. So okay, so the High Five Arm Wrestling Club guys, go over to their Instagram because they'll announce it. They'll announce it very soon. The High Five Arm Wrestling, some really good guys out of Jersey. It's going on there. That'll be brilliant. Everyone in the chat, try and have some guesses. Have a guess who Marcio will be pulling, and we'll chuck some names up on the screen and we'll see if we can crack him. That's for sure. Joey Bergs is in the chat. He says, "Hey Jake, ready, bang," and Pseudonym is in there. He says, "I'd like to see Marcio fight Todzilla again." Look, I think we'd love to see Marcio fight anyone on the table, if truth be told, because he's just a jet. And if you show me a boring Marcio Barboza fight, then you have done your research, because this man never has a boring arm wrestle.
I'll believe it. I'll bring it. I will bring it.
That's good. Okay, so some guesses are happening. You don't react at all, but we'll see if we crack you. Mike G. No, so we got Barcho, says Joey Bergs. Mike G says Mike Aiello. Troy Brown says Pavlo. Meta's just happy that there's some lads out of Jersey who are not arseholes. So there you go. There's a compliment, I guess. Mm-hmm. So we got some good guesses in there. I like them. So we'll go through them again and we'll see if Marcio blinks. So we got Mike Aiello, Barcho. Why is it only people that end in O? Like, are there any? So we got Marcio, Aiello, Barcho, Pavlo. O's are becoming the new Villies. That's for sure. No, but we are definitely very excited, guys. So make sure not only support High Five, but of course support the man Marcio Barboza. Right. I want to see.
I can say that it's going to be a nice card. Some international names and some top North Americans will be part of it, including myself. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have a card and a main card and an undercard. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And, do you know? And I want to support them because they're right in my backyard. I mean, I want to just support these guys. We need more promoters. The more promoters we have, the better, it's going to be for the sport. I mean, England Terrace is doing great. East versus West is legit. It's stabilized and is the main event of arm wrestling today. And also we have King of the Table. That's great promotion. And we have these other guys that are trying to, do the best to get to promote this sport, and I'm just trying to support everybody.
Well, I think you just dropping truth bombs, Marcio, because for me, East versus West are king of the table. They're the top two. They're your NBA and the NFL. Then you've got Arm Wars, Arm Gods, Monster Factory.
Yes.
There's probably your next level. We've got AWE here in Australia trying to be something. all these other levels that are popping up. But in the States alone, anytime I open my bloody Facebook, someone in America's got an event going. You know, you got the 98% in New York, you got your High Five in Jersey, you got the Florida Arm Wrestling League, the guys in Vegas are doing something, Texas Arm Wrestling League are having events. It's great. Like, you could just go to there's 50 states, so there's a state competition, and then everyone's having their super match series. I think it's just going to be nothing short of amazing, especially if you're in America. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. And, of course, Marcio, being the legend that he is helping out anyone and everyone, including this weird guy from Melbourne. Mr. Percolay's in the chat, and he says, hey, all. Everyone's guessing. We'll put a couple of more guesses. We've got Rick Chain says Mike Gould. We've got Sandras. Yevgeny Prudnik, but he spelled it as Eugene. Artem Taranenko. Someone's guessed Devino. Devino is your next match. Just a quick question from Angel. There you go, mate. He says, Marcio, if you don't mind me asking, how dedicated are you to the sport current day? And will we witness a great climb back by yourself? Thank you very much.
Well, to respond to that question, yes. I mean, I still have the fire. I had too many injuries, and that's one of the things that put us on a side a little bit when you try to still compete at the elite. And it's hard not to compete at the elite, you know. It's hard not to have fun competing at the elite. At least for me, I still feel like I'm good enough. And that's why I try to do the stem cells this time, just to, you know, to get me to a better health, to continue to pull at that level. And that's the plan. That's the plan. Right, to win my next matches and just to climb up.
I mean, if you want to see how serious he is, Angel, rewind back to the start of this podcast. Marcio gave us a quick double bicep flex. And I tell you, he almost knocked over the trophies behind him because look at that. That's ridiculous. Look at that right one. That is out of control. How can you... Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler, if you are watching this podcast right now, turn your phone off. I don't want you running away with this man because I tell you, even my bloody juices were flowing after that one. That's how good he is. Right. We need to work out where you are ranked in the world now. I'm going to... Oh, and Angel just quickly says, thanks, mate. That's nice of you. Lord Jesus. Crazy Uncle Jim because of the flex. So, I'm going to say some names, and you tell me if you can beat them easy, for it to be an even match, or that's where your level is at. So I'm going to start off with a local boy for me, Lachlan Adair.
Right or left?
We'll go right arm.
I think I'll beat him. I think I'll beat him right. I think I'll beat him right-handed comfortably. And left hand, I think, is a good match.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. I might put a little asterisk next to that. Lachlan left. Okay, so we tick Lachlan. We'll go up a level. Krasimir Kostadinov.
I think it's a good. I think I'll beat him, but I think Krasi is always tough. You know, it depends. Depends what kind of shape he is. Of course, depends what kind of shape I am too. We all depend on the kind of shape we are. If you are at our best, it's a great match. I believe I can beat him.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me just put subtitles down the bottom because Marcio is trying to be very, very respectful. But he just sent me a text message and he says, Jake, I would whoop Krasimir easy. I just got a text from Marcio. So he's just trying to be respectful on the screen. That's all. All righty. So you beat that. Derek Smith.
I have no idea. I believe I can beat him, but I don't know. He's a big guy. But everything I'm seeing is the way we never pull, never grip up. Everything is what I see. So he's a good puller. Okay. His level, I believe he's not at his best yet.
Yeah.
There is like what 30 something, right? 35 years old or something.
Yeah, I think. Oh,
Mid-30s.
Yeah. I know he's around my age. I'm 38, and I know he's around.
Oh, okay.
I
He's
know
on
he's
late
around that.
30s. So, yeah, I think there's room for him to grow still. He's
Okay.
got good genetics. He's freaking huge. And
He's a big boy.
he's
He's a
a
big
he's a
boy.
good guy. I believe I can beat him,
Yep.
but I never got even a chance to grip up with Derek.
Okay, interesting. Chance Shaw.
I also believe I would beat him, but never grip up. Nothing.
Okay.
Just because of style too. I believe my style would bad for him.
Oh, I like this. I like this. We're climbing. We're climbing. Sandra Shedez.
That's a match I would like to have. I think it's
Ooh.
very interesting. Me, in good shape against Sanders, a young gun. I think it's a good match. I
That's a
I
great
I
match.
think I asked for that match, for some promoters, even for the high five or even for Ingen. I asked one time. He denied one time, and the other time I think it didn't work for both of us. But it's one of the matches that I'd like to have.
Okay,
To
well, we're going to
test
get to your
myself.
top five requested matches when you're fully healthy. So at the moment, we're at the Sanders level. John Brezink.
Always, it's always a pleasure. Win or lose, it's John Brezink. I don't care.
We'll get there. We're still seeking to see where you're ranked. Monster Michael Todd.
At the weight that he's been lately, yes, he's been a
Yeah.
small monster.
And then our final boss, Dennis Saplenkov.
I don't know. I think he might be too strong,
Okay, so we found our
but I'm
level.
not sure. Yeah, I think Denis Siplenkov. It's I don't know, somewhere top 5, top 6 in super
Yep.
heavyweight. He might be. I'm not sure because there's so many guys, right? I believe there's like 10 guys that are really good at super heavyweight. We have Levon that is distinguished, and we have then Hermes, Rivas, uh, Motozov, Gennady, Devin, Cataract.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Some big
Dennis,
dudes.
you know,
So,
I think he's in the same bet.
so then let's play around the shoulders, the arms, everything's feeling 100%. The stem cells work, the training's going well. Promoter rings you up, king of the table ring you up and go, Marcio, give us 5 names that you would love to pull. Who would be the 5 matches that you would love to have right now?
I mean, I would like to put somebody from Europe. So I would say Irakli, Saganishvili. Um, I would like to pull uh, Sandris
Yep.
Sheris, Kindergali Ongarbayev.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Sexy.
Todd Hutchins.
Okay. Yeah,
Let me
it's a
think
good
about it.
list. That's a good list. If you're a promoter out there, listen to this list. They're all 4 mega matches for sure.
Pavlo too.
He's starting to knock on the door, isn't he? He's had some pretty
Oh, he
good
he, he
matches.
actually beat me at the Arnolds this year. We competed at the Arnolds. It was my first tournament back from where I stopped in back training. I was like 2.5, 3 months training, and he beat me fairly good in the first start and a second and a final. I lost on fouls. I found a way to stop him, and but I got a foul before we start, and I got an elbow foul, and then it was like, but you have that feeling that we need a super match.
Yes, that'll be a good one. Western Kentucky Arm Wrestling's in the chat. Says October 7th, Battlegrounds 3. We'd love to have you, Marcio. Mr. Barboza, I'll be sending you a message soon.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Where depending on his name's Ben, so if you get a message from Ben, I'm not sure if you know this guy, but yeah, you might either get a message from Western Kentucky Facebook or his name is Ben. Legit dude. He runs good events.
Awesome.
Ricky's in the chat. He says, ready, bang it. And he's just saying, what's up, boys? What's up to everyone? Zurab, would you like a match with Zurab Tavaritzi?
That's another one. Yes, I would love to. He asked for a match like we try. It didn't work. Like we tried to make it at East versus West too, like some time ago.
So without this is a hard question, and if you can't answer it, Marcio, just say I can't answer it. But with all these, because as a promoter, it's not like everyone's in the chat and they're like, they should just do this match and this match. They should just do this match and this match. But they don't always happen. And you've been a part of it. You've had matches that are booked and then negotiations that fall apart. What appear, if you can answer, one of the main reasons why matches don't happen?
I would say, like, in a recent past contracts, you're with one league, and then you have a contract, and you cannot go to another league. All the reason is just, but mostly contracts, and because in my opinion, we have to take advantage as an arm wrestlers. We're living in a good time. Like, there's so many leagues, and it'll be nice if there's a way to support, those leagues, so our sport can grow, more professionally. And that's one of the reasons. I think contractors, or when you got some kind of a compromise with one league, like you cannot go to the other ones. Or, I mean, I know some people, they need like 6 months to training or whatever. That's another reason. I was just looking at, I think this morning, I look at a little bit of the video of something between Dennis and Devin.
Yeah.
Like he was disappointed because Devin is taking too many matches or something, and then he's gonna start. But I think he has a different case, right? Dennis, he needs to get prepared. He needs it's something with his health, I believe. So for him to prepare, so he needs to have a set date and work to that date. And I believe he needs 6 months for a big match or something. And Devin doesn't want to wait that much. He just want to go like, every other month or something. So, I mean, which is good. I mean, you do whatever works for you,
Yeah, very interesting that the old. It's very interesting you mentioned that. We won't go too much into it because I don't want you to get you in trouble or anything. But the old WAL contracts are in today's arm wrestling. Because you when you signed with WAL, you weren't allowed to pull anywhere else, and it's very interesting that this is happening again in 2023. I thought I predicted last year that this would happen, so it's very interesting to hear that would would happen. And but speaking with someone that has awesome promotion. I've got my Arm God shirt on now. Marcus Thompson from Arm Gods, my man. Nice. And he says, Marcio is one of my favorite pullers.
Thank you.
Did Arm Gods ever get in contact with you to pull for them?
Say again?
Did Arm Gods, Marcus or Paul Maiden, ever get in contact with you?
I don't think so. Unless they send me to a different app. Because I have Facebook page, Instagram. Sometimes I don't check them too much, the PM messages. But in Instagram, I check them more often. There's the hidden ones. I gotta check. Okay. As far as I know, no. But I don't know. I gotta check them. But talking about the contracts, like when the WAL time, it was a special time. First of all, because they put us on TV, and it was so great, to be recognized. And I mean, I would go to work and I would go buy something in Home Depot, for example, buy something, and then somebody, hey, you're that guy from the TV, huh? You're the arm wrestler? I'm like, yeah,
that's cool.
That was very cool because it was on ESPN for a couple of years. Then we had on an app, I forgot the name, but we had like a live.
Bleacher Report.
Yes. So it was live stream. Everybody was watching also on their phones, and it was nice. And they used to pay us very good. They used to treat us very well. And back then there's nothing really better than that. You know. So you're like, and they're like, okay, I'll sign a contract.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing better, like really, and they were having an idea to bring Europeans, so they were start bringing Europeans to the WAL. So I'm like, you know what? There was only the PAL, but it was so a little complicated the way they worked, and WL was the best thing, back in the day.
I still watch old WAL matches. It was my favorite back in the day for sure. I absolutely loved it. But with contracts, do you think that contracts will work in today's arm wrestling, or do you think it's not a good thing just yet?
I would say it's hard to contract. It depends. Like when you sign a contract with somebody to be exclusive, I think it has to be something really professional, financially talking. I mean, really, they want to keep you, good there. But the negative thing is you're not going to be able to compete with surly athletes. It's it was there's good and bad. It's good because people that sign the contracts, they're being taken care of. But the bad thing is, I don't know how many other people they're gonna bring in to make really a good league.
Yeah,
So
because that would suck if you signed a contract, but they only give you one match for 2024. And
no,
then,
that sucks.
like I said, Arm Gods, Arm Wars, Monster Factory, AWE,
Everything got killed. Everything would get killed because I prefer no contract. I prefer just the way it is really, really cool. I mean, England Thursday, it's he has so many super matches in his events, but he never asks for contract or anything. You just give you a word, he give his word, and that's it. He's good. He's good with his word. Everything you talk to him, whatever deal you got with him, he's accomplished. He's 100% a man of his word.
Nice. That's always good to hear, especially because I deal a lot with King of the Table, so I like the way they go about it. So
they're also good. They're very professional.
East versus West does really well for their athletes behind the scenes. That's awesome. That's
no, England is. There is nothing that I can say. Then he's a great guy for the sport. And King of the Table is so professional. I've been there once. I got called to go there again, but I couldn't. At the moment they call, I was not ready. Hopefully they call me back.
Damn it, Marcio. I've been going all the time. If I find out you're not going to King of the Table because I'm going,
it's because listen, because last time they called me, it was like a month in advance, and I didn't say no. I was about to pull my match still in East versus West. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna be after this, but I said yes because it was only 1 month between those two events, and this time it was also close, and I was just coming back training. I'm like,
There you go. Mr. Pergolay he says, all right, lads, off to work. Happy Friday, everyone, because it's Friday here in Australia. Mr. Pergolay's Australian. He says, hasta luego, Marcio.
Hasta luego. That's Spanish. I speak Spanish too. I speak Portuguese. Brazil speaks Portuguese, but I also speak Spanish.
What? As he just said goodbye?
Yes. Yes.
What's something that I can impress my wife with in Portuguese?
Como você está bonita hoje? What it means, like, how beautiful you are today.
And how do you say it? One more time. I'll see if I can get it.
Como você está bonita hoje?
Nah.
It's hard.
Oh, I'm in all sorts of trouble. Retro Roster in the chat. He says, getting down in the brown will turn that frown upside down. Happy Pride Month. There you go. He's this is my brother trolling the chat, having a bit of a laugh. Really good dude, actually. Really good dude. I'd love to bring him to one of the events, actually. He'd love it. Devon's Forearm says, all hail. He's in the chat. Now that Larry's back in America, would you like a match with him?
Mm-mm.
I think you beat him.
Not yet.
Yeah.
When he's getting there, but he's not there yet.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Engen Terzi and King of the Table, let's get your opinions. There's 3 matches coming. It's in a couple of weeks now. Yep. We've got Engen's coming out he's had a 2-3 year layoff from injury from the first East versus West. How do you think he'll go against Coach Ray?
I think it's a horrible match for Coach Ray, to be honest. I think if Engen's is anywhere near in top shape, sorry, Coach Ray.
Yeah,
he's very aggressive. His style is I think his style is very bad for Ray. The style, he's very quick. He's explosive, and a lot of back pressure, pronation, top rope killer.
So there you go.
Ray's gonna have to stop him at some point. If he's able to stop him, he got a shot. But I think it's just hard for him to stop him if he's in good shape. And I don't know what kind of. Do you know what kind of weight they're gonna meet? Like 90 kilos or 85 kilos or something?
I don't even know if there is a weight.
Because Ray's like 85 kilos and Engen was 95 kilos the other day. So they might meet at 90 kilos. They might have some agreement.
I don't know. There you go. What would Ray's lane have to be to stop Engen?
I really think it's hard for him. He's gonna have to stop him, at the bottom. He's gonna have to, I don't know. Because in my mind, the way I see the match, Ray's hand is gonna go. And I don't see him pulling that too good. He pulls with that wrist too, but he'll have to stop Engen, at some point and try to bring him back. He needs to go to the straps, of course. And that's where Engen's also likes it. So there's a hard lane for him to play. He probably did study, he probably know what he has to do. He probably have to get, stronger in the hand wrist department, back pressure, just to match it, to be able to stop a little bit and work from a defensive position. And he can even go, at the same time. He'll have to play defensive.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
I think it's just, I don't think it was, I could be wrong. Of course, we could all be wrong. Ray could go there and just destroy Engen. But that's what I'm saying. If Engen's 100% healthy, he'll be Ray, no problem.
Yeah,
but that's a if. So we don't know. Yeah. Anything could happen, Well,
that's what I love about our sport. Like when I go through all my predictions and I have a bit of fun, a part of me almost wants to be wrong. Because then I'm going to enjoy it more. You know what I mean? I'm like, Marcio Barboza, he's going to destroy Aussie Arm Wrestler easy 6-0. And then Aussie Arm Wrestler gets a stop. It's like, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that. That's amazing. That's why.
I think that's the key for Ray is to stop the match, basically. To stop the match and make an endurance match if he can. I think he knows that. I mean, it's his only shot in the straps. So it tends to be, most of those matches tends to be a little one-sided to me, the matches they make this time. Like Engen tends to win 6-0 to Ray, unless Ray does something, we don't expect as a community. Like Ray
A
is good. Don't
miracle.
get me wrong, but he needs to stop the match and make an endurance match
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
come, for the match to go in his favor. And
Quick question from Strength Old School, and then we'll get to the other two King of the Table matches. You're here with the Phenom, Marcio Barboza, who's coming back to the table. If you're just joining us, coming back late August, and he won't tell us who he's pulling. And we've had some pretty good guesses, but it'll be exciting. The High Five Arm Wrestling. He's going to help us out. But a quick question here from Strength Old School. Says, what's Marcio's best strict and cheat bicep curl record using either a straight bar or an easy curl bar?
um, with the, I don't remember as a strict curl. I don't remember if I ever did strict curls with the back and a wall and really strict.
Yeah.
Was always afraid to do super heavy, extending your bicep all the way down. But a cheat curl, I think, and that's funny. I was like 200 pounds. I did 265. I was 198 to be honest. I was like 265.
265-pound bicep curls.
Yeah, with a easy bar. Yeah, 265. But I was 198 pounds, 90 kilos. I was 90 kilos. I was doing 120.
So I'm a kilos guy. So if you did 265, 120 kilos.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I think it was 120 kilos, and I was 90 kilos. Yes, 120 kilos. I was back in
Wow.
Brazil. When I got heavier, I never passed. I never passed like one. I think I did. No, I did 115, but I don't like to pass too much because over here in America, I work in construction, so I do some physical work. I don't like to go too crazy on that. But yeah, I think it was 120 kilos. I was
mega.
what I did.
That is mega.
And I was younger and lighter.
Weren't we all?
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat is just loving that you're here on the show, which is good. Now, you're a left arm expert, as am I, because, I'm a gun, whatever. Let's not bring up the trophy, Marcio. You're like, for those that don't know, like, before we get on, Marcio was like, show me that trophy. It's like the pinnacle of our sport. I'm so happy that you won it, Jake, and things like that. Stop bringing it up, Marcio. Nice. Let's move on. But we've got the number one left arm spot on the line. Artur Morozov versus Corey West. Left arm banger. How do you see this going?
First of all, I'm not sure if Morozov is really the number one, but he is in the rankings, right? Corey West is a specimen. He's really strong. He's really strong. His left arm is really strong. I believe Morozov will be favored just because of he has a lot of stamina. He's more, how can I say, proficient. He's very determined. Let's say that's why he's the Terminator, right? That's his nickname. The Terminator. He is really professional, efficient in what he does. And I think Corey West is just he's a different human being. He's super big, super strong. His hand, his wrist is like huge. So I think he will create a lot of problems for Morozov in the first couple rounds.
Do you think he can get a pin?
He can. If he comes to if he's able to hook him, definitely.
Ooh,
Corey West is really strong on a hook. So is Morozov, but I believe Corey West, if he got his position, he's gonna be able to pin Morozov. But I believe Morozov in the end he's gonna win. Because especially if they have a hard match, first round, second round, the time for him to recuperate is not enough for Corey West.
Okay.
I think because it's so big, it takes more time for him to recover, from a hard match. and I think endurance will play a big, will play big in this game.
Well, we'll see if we get another oxygen tank like the last King of the Table. Ryan
I would say,
Bussier's been a member for 10
Morozov.
months.
Huh?
I'm just showing this because it doesn't come up on my stream, but Ryan Bussier has been a member for 10 months, and he's just saying, pop it in quick, yo, Jake and Marcio. Thank you very much, Ryan Bussier. But yeah, what were your, just quickly, what were your thoughts on Levan getting the old oxygen tank at the last King of the Table?
I believe he really needed that oxygen. I think he went to a limit. I believe in that match, he played a little bit, and he thought he could, but he couldn't. You know what I mean? He thought he could, stand and hold for a little bit, but he can't. His endurance is good, but it's not great. So he's too big. He's 400 pounds. It's just, it has to be hard to breathe at some point. If you're in the match for like a minute and you have 2 minutes to recover, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
For a guy that size, for a guy that big, it's not going to be enough. And one of the reasons I think is the lack of, air, and also he will have nothing. And he'll probably lose the last couple rounds, I believe.
Yeah,
for
it
real.
was. And for those, if you ever get a chance to meet Levan, he is even bigger in person. Now, I was fortunate enough to see him. I was there, and he was 414 pounds
That's huge.
At the weigh-in. That's almost the size as your right bicep, but it's still like he was massive. Now, why do you think Morozov's not number one on the left arm?
I believe Vitaly, it's really, really good. I believe they both should pull. Vitaly Laletin left arm, it's really, really good.
Number one on the left arm.
Vitaly is not even a hunked, right? Because he was away for a while. But I think he's really, really good. He's the guy that I want to see Morozov pull if he goes through Corey.
Oh, so you think Vitaly's number one on the left arm? That is brilliant. That's so good.
But of course, Morozov is a beast,
Yeah.
The guy is a machine.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Marcus Thompson, who is he's just ridiculous. He just helps me out all the time. Huge supporter of the show, as you can see with this giant super chat again, time after time. He's awesome. He says, guys, make sure you check out Wales Fit Expo this Saturday. Some great super matches following week. Arm Gods qualifier for Canada, then Arm Gods Wales. All live on the Arm God site. Marcio, have to get you a match. Yeah, we need because September 30th in Canada, Marcio. Are you free?
September
30th.
I'm not sure. I gotta check.
Because that's when their next big event, their big event is. I'm telling you, this has WAL feels their events.
Nice.
Yeah, they're in the middle. They have the whole pit. It's something else, I tell you.
Nice.
But everyone, go support Marcus. Go over this weekend, Wales Fit Expo. Marcus, just quickly, can you tell us what time, Welsh time, it starts? If you could do that, that would be brilliant. Thank you very much, Marcus. You're dead set legend. Really, really appreciate it. Now, because we'll go for about another 5 or so minutes because, Marcio, he's got to go to work in the morning, gives us his time. He's a dead set legend. But I'm not sure if you know the next two athletes, Marcio, that are in the main event at King of the Table. Dave Chafee and Devin Larratt. Not sure if you've heard of those two. How do you see this match going?
Yeah, it's a great match. I believe it's a great match for maybe 2 rounds. Or three. The thing is, it depends on a bunch of things, right? I think if you go for arm strength, it's close. Dave, it's probably a little bit stronger than Devin, probably. But Devin has so much hand lately, and he's so tricky. I mean, I want to see how that match goes because the problem is Dave. I mean, I want to mention like one of the problems that I saw with Dave, for example, in his last match in East versus West, where he got crushed by Rivas. It's just because he changed his style so much. He was, a side pressure, a hooker, like to all the way out, and Rivas is super good over here.
Mm.
He's rising. He's crazy strong. He create problems in the past for Lovan, and he's really good. His back pressure and his rising, like he's this way. He's so he grabbed
Yeah.
like this, facing to the ceiling. His knuckles are super high, and Dave a little bit like this because he pronates. So it's not a good style against Rivas, and I think he didn't change anything, at least to go to the straps. He could have grabbed like this too, just to go to the straps and try something different, but we didn't get to see it. So Devin is super tricky, and I believe because he's going this way, maybe Devin is gonna supinate like he did with Gennady in the first one, and hook. But the way Devin hooks, it's terrible because he's so long and he can get so close to his shoulder, and he can blow Dave's arm right there. Even if it Dave end up winning, you know.
How can Dave win?
I believe he can win. I don't mind personally. I don't think he can win the whole thing,
Yeah.
but he has chances to win a couple rounds. I would say one round or two. But I, the at the moment, I think Devin is big favorite
Yeah. It's
because of everything changed. Devin is much better than the last time they pulled. Dave changed his style. He's been doing good, not so bad. I mean, he lost all his East versus West matches. He lost to Rivas, he lost to Hermes, he lost to Gennady,
and
and he
Morozov.
lost to Morozov. So he lost all his matches. And
But
mhm,
he's undefeated at King of the Table. He beat Alex Kadecha and he beat
mhm.
Vitaly Laletin.
Yes, I mean, hopefully he's one of those days, to step it up and make a deep waters. I want to see that match go in deep waters. I mean, if you ask me today, I would say Devon it's favorite,
Yeah.
like huge favorite. 70-30 or something. But Dave
Okay.
can win, sure. But if you think about how they both are today, Devon is favorite. It's like Devon is favorite, Morozov is favorite, and Ingen is favorite.
Yeah.
The other opponents can win, yes, they can, but they gotta do they need to do something different. They need to be really, really bringing their A game. You know,
Do you think we'll get the very, very ugly double kings move again, like we did at WAL with Devon
no,
and Dave?
no, I don't think so.
I as someone that like loves watching the sport and an entertainment aspect, I don't want to see it.
I don't think it's
But
gonna happen.
as someone that at times love watching the internet melt and lose their mind over things, a part of me wouldn't mind seeing it just so everyone can get upset in the comments.
I think back in WAL that Dave was a big gap stronger than Devin. He was much stronger than Devin over there. So the elbow pad that it's 2 inches back made Devin win that match. Not made that Devin was good enough, let's say like this. Devin was good enough to play the game, in his favor because he was not stronger at all. Not even his hand or wrist. He just know how to play the game. He's just I'm much better arm wrestler technically. So he's like, I know I cannot beat him, so I have to wear him out. I have to make him get tired, and then I'll beat him, because if he did go right center, you'll be over in a second. So he's so smart. So now he's still smart, but the table is different. The elbow pad is different. Actually, the elbow pad is 7x7,
Yeah.
so not 9x9. I mean, not 9x9. It was 9 back.
Yeah, 9 by
So he
7.
could go really back. So now it's different, but Devon is stronger.
What
So
size pad do you prefer?
I mean, I don't like the 2 inches on the back. Definitely not.
Okay.
Because you favor just one style. You're saying, like, listen, I want this type of puller to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's everybody that drags back. It's for them. It's basic for one style.
Okay. Ah, very
And
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this the way the 7x7. That's why you see, for example, a lot of people having trouble beating Jerry Caderet, because it's so. I mean, the East versus West is 8x8, not seven
Yeah.
by seven. But the
Yeah.
king of the table, I believe, is 7x7.
They're still
So
7 by 7.
so there's not much space. But what I'm saying is, like, that's what I meant. Like, I don't think Devon is going to a Kings. I believe he's gonna go this way, because Dave is so much this way. Unless Dave surprises and go back to a hook, because they're the king of the table. They're a little bit closer, so he got a chance to get that match in a hook. And Dave used to be stronger than Devon in the hook, but right now, I think Devon will have advantage over Dave in the hook.
There you go. What a breakdown. That's why he's the man. That's why he's the man. What a breakdown for that one. Take that to the bank. Take that to Armbet and go and put it on there.
Devon knows when Devon hooks, he trying to put. I know, because I hook him. We had a lot of matches in the hook, so he tried to separate your arms. So he tried to he put so much pressure supinating. So he wants you to be in your bicep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'll be his whole shoulder, tricep, everything behind, and he can get so closer to his arm more than other heavyweights. He got so close. You see his matches with Gennady when he put him in the hook, and with Prudnik, for example.
Yeah,
Especially that one with Prudnik. It's the thing that I think he's gonna try to do with Dave, because if Dave keeps running like this, it's the perfect style to match that. He shut down his pronation and then go that way.
Well, I'm gonna take some notes of this, because Dave Chafee will be on the show tomorrow, so I might sit there and say, right, this is what Marcio says, because it's funny as Silky Wilkie and White Wolf, my guys, how you going? And Roy Baker in the chat, because it was quite funny, because and why I'll tell Dave some of the things that you said, because at King of the Table, when he pulled Vitali, I was massaging Dave's arm, and I had Lachlan Adair messaging Engen Terzi. They were just like, talking about the match. And then Engen said to Lachlan, Dave needs to go in for a press. And so Lachlan was telling me, and I said, why don't you just tell Dave? Go and tell Dave. And then suddenly we had that great, thing. So I wonder now if I go, hey, guys.
Yes. Vitali tends to separate too much. Like, he goes this way, he pronates too much. But Dave also tends to do that too. And that's why Devon, it's probably going to go is going to try to control center of the table on that one. Unless Dave trains a lot of center of the table, the way he used to be, like, with a lot of side. He used to have a lot of side pressure.
Yeah.
He just changed to a back pressure pronator guy. It's good for certain matches. For other ones, is no good. I mean, it'll be nicer if he's still 100% in both moves. Whatever he needs. I heard one video, like, couple of years ago. He's saying like, I think he got hurt somewhere, then he started pulling back instead of hooking or putting a lot of side pressure. He started doing more back pressure moves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
With that,
guys, any quick final questions for the legend himself, Marcio, because we've been going just on an hour and I don't want to take up too much of the great man's time. So if anyone's got any final questions to get in there, and if you're just joining us, because everyone says that Jody Larrett just had a super match on Devon's channel. So I'm going to go check that out after this with me morning tea, so everyone can let me know how that goes. But if anyone's got any quick final questions, Marcio will be back on the table late August for the High Five Arm Wrestling Club. So I'm sure you all follow Marcio on Facebook and Instagram, but go check out the High Five Arm Wrestling Club. Actually, what I'll do is I'll show everyone what they look like. So if I go search and then High Five Arm Wrestling, there they are. And then I'll share my screen just to show everyone what it looks like. So present, share screen. Because Marcio is just awesome supporting everyone. But these guys here, the High Five Arm Wrestling. So Marcio's going to be, there's the big fella there.
yeah.
What's this video all about? International Arm Wrestling comes back to America. So there it is. Marcio's
a little promotion,
going to have a match there. Mate, so look at that. You're an absolute unit. But there you go, guys. Go support High Five. And, of course, Marcio Barboza, go support. Everything is there. We'll have one last quick look. Just quickly, we've got Marcio. How did you rate Kidigali's performance and how would you combat him?
I think Kidigali is the best. At the class that he's been pulling 105 kilos, he's the best. Yeah. I would like to see him pulling Todd Hutchins because of the, a contrast in the styles. Yeah. And it's very interesting match to me. I want to see them both pull. They're supposed to pull, then Todd got hurt. He had a little accident. They're supposed to pull like in the last event, I believe.
Yes.
And
he was supposed to come to Australia as well. And he
was... mm-hmm. And so Kidigali is the best guy today. I would love to pull him. I mean, I don't want to give you all the tricks that I have in stock for him, but he's great. I mean, he's great in every position. Super technical, maybe pound for pound the best technical arm wrestler today.
Yeah,
one of the reasons that I wanted to pull him.
It's hard to argue that. Hit the nail on the head there, mate. Very hard to argue that one. White Wolf wants to know, are your boys interested in arm wrestling?
Yeah, they pulled only one time, like in a couple of years ago. Then last year was super busy at school. I mean, I think eventually they're going to end up, but they're doing different things. They're doing martial arts. But I believe they have potential. For sure.
Do you want them to get into arm wrestling? Because, I know, when I was doing a lot of professional wrestling, a lot of the wrestlers didn't want their kids to do professional wrestling. Sometimes when I was playing basketball, I know a lot of people I don't want my kids to play basketball. I want them to do something else. So, of course, your kids have got potentials. Look at their genetics. But do you actually want them to pursue arm wrestling?
I want them to be happy. If they want to do it, I'll teach them for sure. I'll get them to their best. I help them out, but it's gonna be up to them. They love to go and watch, and they're very excited. So I believe they're gonna end up doing it. But I don't want to force anything. Just whatever they want. I'm here to help them out.
Spoken like a true dad. Z's Guitar account. Thank you very much, mate. He says, hi, Marcio and Jake. Do you guys, Devon started using the King's move during WAL days primarily to get some of the heat and criticism off Monster Michael Todd's back for always using it?
No, I just think he he learns as an extra tool, to bring in a game. Most important thing, especially for those two guys that you mentioned, Devon and Michael, is to win at all costs. They don't care if it
Yeah.
looks ugly.
Yeah, I think Devon just does what Devon wants, to be honest.
Yep.
If
Whatever it takes.
anything, yeah, I would say no. I would say no. If I was going to answer your question short term, Z's guitar account, I would say no. No.
Yeah, no.
That's just the way it is. All right, guys, we are going to wrap up the show. Thank you all so much. If we can all please thank our guest here, Marcio Barboza, the living legend. We'll be back on the table real soon. We absolutely love it. Go check out Arm Gods this weekend, you dead set legends. I'll be back this time tomorrow with Dave Chafee to respond all things. That is Devon Larratt. We'll get in there. But we wish Marcio all the best on his recovery. Marcio, one last time, give everyone the double flex.
Almost ready.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And he's wearing a beach towel as a shirt, and he's making that look tight. We absolutely love Marcio being on the show. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with Dave Chafee.